Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 9. We'll call it an update show. We'll talk about tonight's game so far. It's in the fourth quarter with 11:08 to go, and it's basically been the Colts the whole night. It's 42-23 Colts right now, and I don't think it's looking like the Jets are not going to get the win. But we'll talk more about that in just a moment. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 9 trivia question. It's a Jets trivia question. What nickname did Mark Gastineau, Joe Colecco, Marty Lyons, and Abdul Salam earn for the New York Jets defensive line? I will have the answer later on the podcast. It's Thursday Night Football Week 9. The Indianapolis Colts have been battling it out at Lucas Oil Stadium tonight in Indianapolis, Indiana. The Colts are came off a 3-point 34-31 loss at the hands of the Tennessee Titans last week. The Colts sit in second place in the AFC South, and they are hoping to bounce back to go to 4-5 with a win over the Colts tonight. Colts defensive end Tyquan Lewis suffered a patellar tendon injury and will miss the rest of the season. Lewis, who has been a critical part of the Indianapolis defense line rotation this season, suffered the injury while returning the first interception of his career. The fourth-year defensive end might have been playing his best game of the season before the injury. Lewis has already had a sack, 2 quarterback hits, and a tackle for a loss in the interception against the Titans. We'll give him all the support he needs, Indianapolis Colts coach Frank Reich said. It's really unfortunate. He was really, Sunday, and obviously a good young player. Lewis, a second-round pick by the Colts in 2018, and the most productive defensive lineman, Chris Ballard so far was playing more than 60% of the defensive end snaps and the essential role lining up at defensive end on the first and second down, then shifting inside to rush the passer next to DeForest Buckner and the team's NASCAR package received for obvious passing situations. He had 14 tackles and 25 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss, and 6 quarterback hits in 2021, making Lewis one of the Colts' most productive defensive linemen outside of defensive tackle DeForest Buckner. By far, the Colts will definitely miss defensive end Tyquan Lewis for the rest of the season. Now, the Colts have really been dominating this game tonight, and meanwhile, the Jets came off a big 34-31 win over the Cincinnati Bengals last week, and the Jets will try to go to 3-5 with a win over the Colts tonight. The Jets really want to take every opportunity to really prove their doubters wrong, but I don't think that's going to happen. And even though they want to do that because last week's win against the Bengals was almost too good to believe. And they were hoping that can happen tonight, but a miracle would happen. But it's going to take a miracle right now for them to come back and win this game. Because right now, it's there's 10:18 left to go. It's 2nd and 10 at the New York Giants, and the Giants and the Colts have the ball at the Jets. I think it's 2nd and 10 with the New York Jets line because the Colts have the ball, and but through 3 quarters, this game has been dominated by the the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts scored their first touchdown of the game, and Nate Hines, right tackle, for a 34-yard touchdown. Bagley's extra point was good, and it was 7-0. And then Mike White passed deep left to Moore for a 19-yard touchdown. Amendola's extra point was good, and Mike White got injured. He's on the sideline, so I think it's Sean Witten, I think, is in the game for him right now. And then the second quarter, Jonathan Taylor, left guard, for a 21-yard touchdown. Bagley's extra point is good. It was 14-7. And then they got the ball back as the Jets. I think went 3 down at the punt. No, the Jets fumbled, and the Colts got the ball back. And then the Colts scored their third touchdown. Carson Wentz pass to Jared Doyle for a 1-yard touchdown. Bagley's extra point was good. It was 21. Bagley's points extra point was good. It was 21-7, and then the Jets tried to score a touchdown but couldn't do it, and then couldn't get an answer. But they set up for a field goal. Amendola Madola's 33-yard field goal was good, and it was 21-10. And then near the end of the first half, Carson Wentz pass incomplete, short middle to Mike Pittman. And the replay was reviewed the incomplete pass, and the play was reversed. Shotgun, Carson Wentz pass short middle to Mike Pittman on 11 yards. Touchdown, and Badaggy's extra point is good. It was 28-10 at halftime. In the third, the Jets had the ball, but then they got it. Then the Colts got it back. Actually, the Jets did score a touchdown in the third. I didn't realize that. Whoops. They scored a touchdown. Deep Hunter, but the Colts scored one. It was Deep Hunter reported as eligible. Carson Wentz pass short left to Pincer for the 2-yard touchdown, and Bagley's extra point is good, and it was 35-10. And then the Jets, I think it was they went 3-9 at the punt, and Jonathan Taylor right in for the 78-yard touchdown. Bagley's extra point is good. It was 42-10. Then John Johnson, I think it was, or Jake Johnson or something like that. He's in there right now. Jake Johnson passed short right to Moore for the 19-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion attempt. It failed. It was 42-16. And just scored another touchdown in the fourth. Jake Johnson passed short middle to Griffin for a 13-yard touchdown, and Amendola's extra point is good. It was 42-23. And just a few seconds ago, they tried to get into the end zone, but Bagley's 30, they set up for a field goal. Bagley's 39-yard field goal attempt is good, and it's right now 45 to 23. So that's where we stand right now. And before I tell you my pick, I'm going to go back and give you the answer to today's trivia question. Today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 9 trivia question. A Jets trivia question it is. What nickname did Mark Gastineau, Joe Colicco, Marty Lyons, and Abdul Salam earn for the New York Jets defensive line? And if you said the New York Sack Exchange, you are correct. In November 1981, Gastineau, Colicco, Salam, and Lyons were invited to ring the ceremonial opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange, which served as the inspiration for their nickname. And I'll have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Update Show. I'll have the post-game show once the game between the Colts and Jets has concluded. Until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day and every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.